Hey Kim, it is Monday, June 23rd in the tiny urban garden. And wow, what a weekend it was. We had major gusts of wind come through. This is why my tomatoes are all here on the ground. We're in the middle of a heat wave that's had a lot of wind with it. So tomorrow I'll probably fix up these tomatoes, but I'm going to try to just stay focused and stick to the food and tell you what's going on in here. So the tomatoes, I was in the backyard on Saturday, and I can't believe none of these tomatoes broke. So they sit here on these 2-cylinder blocks so they can be above the native garden and get sun. And I was in the back looking at some milkweed back here, picking some milkweed, and huge gust of wind came. I didn't really, I just came back. I was doing stuff around the yard. I turned around and I looked, and all of these tomato plants had fallen off of here and were sprawled all over here, inside the, back here on top of the goldenrod. And I don't even know how they blew over. Must have, I didn't feel the wind was that strong, but anyway, this table was moved, this umbrella was on an angle, down here that was on an angle, things were all over the yard. So I'm leaving these here until this heat wave is over, and then I think I'm going to take one cinder block down, because now these, you can see these have gotten pretty big, and I think they'll be okay. Oh look, there's a little flower. I got my first flower, Brandywine tomato flower of the year. Anyway, so that was going on with the tomatoes. I can't walk through here as easily, so I'm gonna have to go around. But this is my carrot, arugula, and winter density bed. I still need to thin these carrots out, but I was waiting. You see all these flowers here? These are arugula flowers. I wanted them to flower and go to seed this batch. Then I figured I could save the seeds, and then I'll have arugula seeds for next year. And when I pull those out after they go to seed, I figured I would see if I could transplant some of these behind them instead of just thinning them out. I know they do not transplant well, but that's what this whole thing is a big experiment. So, okay, let me get back here to the other food. Oh, but while we're here, let's look at the perennial bed. So we have our, get out of the shadow there. We got our rhubarb, just coming back nicely after I picked it for the pie earlier this month. And there's the other batch back there. I think I'll make one more pie. Here's my very few blueberries. I've got some there. I've got some there. Again, this just got, cut up or eaten up by rabbits in the winter, and I'm gonna have to come up with a system to keep those safe over the winter, because I didn't, oh my gosh, am I actually getting, look at that, I'm actually getting blueberries on the second bush. I didn't even think I had flowers on this one. These things were so, they were not good, looking good. Now, I have a few cabbages. Here's one bed that has 2 on them. They've been getting eaten by slugs, which I've been picking off every morning and putting into the bird feeder, and the cabbage white invasive moth has been laying their eggs on them, and I've been picking those off too. I think it might be time to get some of that clay spray. This is kind of I feel like it's a little bit of a losing battle. Here are my these cucumbers that have seemed to have just stalled. I don't know if I put them out too early. I don't know. I put them out in May. I probably should have waited till the end of May, but they were getting really tall. Anyway, I don't know. I'm just leaving them for now because they're not all dead. And if they do die completely, I'll just go pick some and get a couple more. In front of them, you can see that. You can see those are real onions, like white Walla Walla onions, I believe. I think they take a super long time. I've tried them before. It didn't work, but I didn't realize how long they need to be in ground. Now here's the exciting story of the day. Look at that. You see that? That is a pea plant, and that is a flower there. So even though the poor little peas got decimated by the house sparrows who were eating their leaves earlier, they have made it. Now there was another flower. Oh, let's see. Oh my God, there's a pod. How did I miss that? Holy crap. Wait, let's see. Can you see? Get in there. See that? There's a pea pod. Holy moly. I got a pea pod. I only saw that flower there. I did not know there was a pea pod. Okay. Major success. I did not know we were going to get anything. And then here's another flower. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pea plants. Sorry, let me get that back. Whew. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see I posted a picture of, look at all this lettuce, black seed Simpson lettuce. I picked so much. I gave like a huge bag to my mom yesterday. So the lettuce, all the greens have been doing well. See, here's more of my cabbage. There were radishes in front of this, which I finished. And if you see down here, let's see. I have more radishes coming up. I planted another round. And I'm guessing I'll get more radishes. So see, look at that leaf there. This is the cabbage. Look at these little, I mean, I don't mind a slug here and there, but now that the cabbage whites are coming in and laying their eggs, I don't know. I think I might have to spray these. It's supposed to be a natural spray, non-harmful. It just puts like a layer of clay on the leaves, and that keeps the cabbage white. Like, look at that leaf, how it's been eaten. Ugh. I just want a little bit of success. Just want a couple of cabbages to do well. Anyway, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'll get around to it. What I do have is I bought a shade cloth that I think I can put over these to keep the cabbage whites out, because I use these. They're not pretty or sexy, these plastic green ones, but they're very light and flexible and easy to keep the house sparrows and stuff out. But I'm imagining the cabbage white, because I just took this off and there were already caterpillars on here, so I think that the cabbage whites can get through those spaces. So I don't know. The other reason I got that shade cloth is because look at my beans. Look at how high they've gotten in just like 2 days. There's the very top of it. There it is. You don't want to go into the neighbor's yard. But the house sparrows always come along and then eat these leaves and ruin my beans for the last like 5 years. They've figured out that the leaves are tasty, I guess. So now my beans, I have such trouble with my beans. So that's the other reason why I bought that. And then I have to figure out like how to put something up here so that when I lay the cloth over it, I mean, I don't know, maybe the cloth is light enough that the beans will just keep growing, or underneath it. I don't know. But this is my arugula, my second batch of arugula that I have in this bed. That is just crazy. I just had to pick off flower heads. I mean, I'm trying to eat this. I'm sharing it with people. And then look what happened yesterday. One of them flowered. Yeah, those are going crazy. And I've got my spinach here. I picked some yesterday. And I do not want that happening. That's a little flower. I picked a couple pieces yesterday. It's going to go in my salad for work today. And I just gave Jack a couple pieces to have with his breakfast. So he got to taste it first. So that's what's in this bed. The beans. I did put in 2 kinds of beans. So I don't know if only one took. I'm not sure. Just the kind of standard pole bean, and then the Cherokee Trail of Tears bean. So we'll see about that. And then let's see, that is the food, except I've got a little, look what I bought. Did I tell you this? There's my swamp milkweed. Look at how tall that is. And the other day when I stopped. And here's the coreopsis, which is, let's see if you can see this, is about, it's got flower heads on it. And I wanted to plant it, but then we got this heat wave, which is, this is not ideal planting time. Just trying to wait for a little break from the heat wave to plant them in the evening. Okay, So the only other thing I want to show you, I don't need to show you the raspberries, although there's a crap ton, and I think I'm going to have more than I had last year, which was the most I've ever had last year. But I want to come over here and show you these guys. This is my other cabbage that has been doing great, only had a couple slugs, but now, because it's out in the open, it's starting to get, I think I picked 2 cabbage white caterpillars off of it. The mint is doing great. I really have to start using it. And there's my jalapeno peppers. No flowers yet, but I think it's getting close. And that's the food. And that's a look at the food in the tiny urban garden. All right, I'll talk to you later. Ciao.